Welcome back to VCT Pacific Stage 2. We just completed the first match of today with RRQ taking down DRX, but we're going to move into the second match, Team Secret versus T1.
What's going on? No losing, no more losing. Spike the plant, get the spike planted and win the game. Win every round.
Yes, sir.
Whoa, what's going on?
So actually, people don't know this, but Zeus is our leader. So he likes to scold us and tell us how to prepare for the match.
No losing, no more losing. No more losing to Talo, no more losing to Pink. Get spike planted, win rounds. Easy, we win game. No, yes, got comeback, map 2 against T1. La.
Your step. That's wrong. That's not your way.
Yeah.
Yo, Bella, you're new too.
Stax is like, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?
Longer than Izu has.
To be fair, he does have Izu does have seniority in T1.
True.
That's true.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
reset.
It's a
He
reset.
level
Challenges
reset
Japan.
Now
that.
Stax is the rookie, quote unquote rookie.
Oh my
Who
gosh.
would have thought? Well, we are now looking at the Team Secret T1 score here. It's the last call for playoffs. Both of these teams here are towing the line. They need to capture as many wins as possible.
Yeah, both of them. The real boss is Zeus, of course, but like Team Secret right now, if they get this win over T1, then they make it through playoffs. But if they don't, their next opponent's gonna be Gen G. That's also really, really tough. So it's really high stakes for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it's just going to be down to the wire. And don't forget, the last time that these two have faced each other was T1 winning. We already know this, but that was before Team Secret acquired Wild Oreo. That was still with NDG with the team. And then we were talking about this with Warbirds before he departed, where again about how they've been kind of managing NDG before. Now it's like this and that. But now with Wild Oreo and the acquired of their new coach Dummy, it has been looking to Team Secret is. I think the word would be consistent, because they already can do so many good things, right? But then the only issue is inconsistency. But hoping with this kind of addition to their support staff and roster, we'll see how that kind of goes now with such a crucial game against one of their rivals.
I feel that consistency. You can really see it in some of Wild Oreo's plays, but at the same time for T1, you got Stacks coming in. They're trying out some new stuff. The role swaps especially really lends them a lot of strength, and that's what it comes down to. It's these two players, because they've been switching up to the Sentinel role. Wild Oreo has been nailing a lot of shots, especially in their games last week against Global Esports, for example. Meanwhile, Saya player changing things up to that chamber. Xcurate now solely on the controller role, on the IGLing. It's slightly different, but you can see the effects of it. How they played against Gen G, for example. They almost won that split. They should have won that split if they played it continually well. I mean, there are these ideas of trying to push and pull with the operator as the chamber, getting away with a lot of these kills and the rendezvous. And that is something that could work against Wild Oreo, who has to anchor down a lot of sites.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the thing that we were discussing, before the match even started, that I think the strong point right now for T1 is they can force these fights as soon as, the round happens, just because they have that ferocity with Saya player now playing as the Chamber. We'll see if he still continues to use that coming into Secret here. And the only issue that we really had from Secret before is if they try to do one thing, they can't really do the other when they had the previous roster. But now with Wild Oreo, I think they can juggle multiple things now at the same time. So they have that anchor, they have that possibility to go for fights a lot more at the same time. So at least for both teams, it's going in the right direction.
I fully agree. It's freed up so much more. I mean, you're seeing Jeremy, Envy doing so much more as well because of Wild Oreo being in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, not only are we considering these new players, we also have to consider the map pool. Haven is back in, and Team Secret is so good. They were so good on Haven the last time that they played it. Jesse Bash and Sova was just mayhem.
Secret is heads and T1 is tails.
So we are going to go into the map picks now. Haven, yes, it is back in the map pool, and we also are going to going to be seeing both these teams play with the new patch for the first time this weekend.
New patch for the first time. New coin toss. He dropped it the first time.
Maybe it like landed in the middle.
Slowly getting better at that. We're seeing improvements.
I think the next trick
also.
would be like to flip it, catch it with one hand, and then flip it with your only the one hand.
One thing at a time.
Yeah, one thing at a time. It's gonna happen.
All right.
Oh, okay.
That could be a potential like chamber map, right, on Bind, so I can see why they want to ban that. Just go straight for the jugular.
Makes sense.
Haven back in for Team Secret against T1.
Yeah.
I'm split.
So excited for this because we haven't seen Haven in the hands of Team Secret, obviously, because like this is the
With
first time we're
Wild
seeing
Oreo.
it with Wild Oreo as well. I think most PH players are very knowledgeable already with Ascent and Haven altogether, so this will be a fun time just to watch. T1 coming in for the split, I think this makes sense as the trend with the chamber picks for a Saya player as we've been kind of seeing, and then we'll just have to see what the last map will be.
I feel like at the same time, this split pick is like a slight counter because Team Secret, yes, Wild Oreo and you know Jeremy Envy are really good, but it's a map that like doesn't have the best Sova lineups, so it's a little bit tougher for Jesse Vash. But at the same time, now we're leaving things up to Icebox. A little bit interesting because you know Icebox is a map where Team Secret can still play pretty well, but it's slightly worse for Team Secret if they were to pick the Lotus. So I can see how this makes sense for T1, but at the same time, the adaptations from Team Secret with this new roster, with the addition of Wild Oreo and the new Coach Dummy, they might be able to improve a lot as well up against T1.
Yeah, so I don't know if we're going to be going the distance today, but of course we're very excited to see Haven as the very first map. Let's also discuss predictions. So we're seeing the data from Haven from last year for both of these teams. Yeah. Secret likes, not only do they like Haven, they like A-Site specifically. That's been very clear. Asterai, do you think it's still going to be an A Haven, or do you think they're going to go all B or all C? What's the new strategy here?
Probably still going to be a lot of A. Probably a lot of A. Because the thing is, Haven is the map where you can do the most set plays in. Like if you think that, oh, we can't read our opponents this well on Haven map, you know what? We can always fall back on our set plays. And I feel like Secret has kind of perfected that set play on the A side because Vash just knows so many lineups for it.
Oh, yeah.
So why not, right? So yeah, probably A side.
All A with Wild Oreo just doing the rest.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. We like that storyline. Yeah. Chat, I don't know what you think about that. Also, we got to talk about predictions. Guess what Asterai picked? Oh, it's Team Secret.
Whoa,
Shocking.
what?
Hot take.
Chubby Ninja picked Team Secret?
And the other Filipino on broadcast, Mika Fabs, also picked Secret. That's so shocking,
That's
guys.
crazy. I am now Filipino, and I'm going to go all Team Secret for the rest of this
Salamat,
stage
Tita
one.
Victoria.
Salamat.
That means thank you, Auntie
yes.
Victoria. Yeah.
Yes, that's what we're doing now. What a quack pick? T1.
Yeah,
Why?
T1, okay.
Should I like listen to Asterai Al Gaib now? I'm wondering about my predictions. But okay, the reason why I picked T1 is the fact that yes, Haven's back in, Team Secret really strong with Wild Oreo as well. But what we saw from T1 was just like a taster, like from last week. Is this now, again, with the new patches and the new roles that they've got, we don't really know how or what they're going to play on this new Haven, right? So they might change things up a little bit. And at the same time, if you're thinking about that matchup with the players, Saya player versus Wild Oreo, how is that going to play out? I mean, the fact that you have to rendezvous is just such a big factor, and Wild Oreo really has to be quick reactions, take down Saya player, take down the rest of T1 as well. And if that doesn't happen, then it's going to be a little bit more difficult. You're going to have to focus on those 4v5s.
Yeah, okay. So for me, just real quick, I feel like there is going to be some questions about Xcurit's performance from last time when they were facing up against Genji. Yeah, I think he was kind of still adapting to the new changes that they're doing within their roster. So with that being said, there is some worries moving forward here with T1 as well.
Okay, so you're not swayed by Quack's argument.
My argument is
whatever happens,
Weak
I'm just
sauce.
going to keep picking Team Secret, okay? It is what it is.
It is?
It is what it is.
Do they win? Do they make it into playoffs?
What are you asking me? I don't know.
I don't know.
We have to see
I
the
know you're always
performance.
Team Secret, so
where did confidence go?
Yeah, I know.
There is no confidence. There is only,
It's your team. You got yes, they're making it to playoffs.
Okay, I'm not a confident man, all right?
What?
That-
Look
It's
at
your
this
team.
conditional love Secret. I don't know what
It's
this
not
is.
conditional love. It's just me saying that I will always vote for them, but I don't know where it will go. That was just me. That is me. That is me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But I know that they can kick some butt.
You got that
They
faith.
can kick some butt.
Yeah, exactly.
100%
exactly.
they can kick some butt.
Exactly. I just don't know with my predictions how it's gonna go. I just know that they can kick some butt. We'll see how it goes.
But T1 could definitely kick some butt too. We saw Saya
Yeah,
player
yeah,
kick
yeah,
so
yeah.
many butts
Yeah.
last week. It was incredible, actually.
Gotta get
What I
flipped
really want
on
to
this.
see is Execute step up in his omen role. This is I don't know what's happening at this desk anymore. We are going. You know, he's so excited for the secret game. This is what happens when there's a secret game happening. Asteroid just like starts vibrating and he gets really excited. And we're gonna go to the stage before he like implodes with excitement. Let's welcome the team.
Team Secret. T1.
Welcoming T1 facing off against Team Secret today for VCT Pacific Stage 2. Both of these teams are trying to get into playoffs and they only have so many matches left to make it happen.
And they possibly could make it happen right here, right now. Team Secret taking the win over T1 would matter so much. Meanwhile, for T1, they've got still quite a bit left to climb, only standing on 2 wins right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, in terms of like the overall story here, both teams going for, I think, like small roster changes that look that are incredibly big. So I'm so excited for this. Again, with Wall Oreo and 2GE coming into this mix, I think Wall Oreo's already proven himself. 2GE slowly getting into that groove, so I wonder if he's going to explode in this match against T1. And then the same on the flip side for T1 here. How does Stax fare into this group now that he doesn't have to IGL as much anymore, and how his performance is going to be coming up against a team like, you know, TS?
Yeah, you've always seen the steady core from Team Secret still. Jeremy Envy, Jesse Fash, and at the same time for T1, Stax is a proven commodity. He has the experience. He is a veteran. But at the same time, the way that the whole team has switched up their roles, how is that going to play out? Can they prove that consistency with Saya play on this chamber?
T1 Stax definitely wants to leave his mark today since joining this roster for Stage 2. I mean, he just saw his old team play just earlier today, DRX, and he doesn't want to have the same fate as them.
Definitely not wanting to feel that. But yeah, I mean, you can see how much they're working on this. Even with the calls on the stage right now, there's so much at stake for T1. The pressure is high, and they cannot let down their fans. They've worked so much for this. Izu now on the duel list as well. Let's see if they can really switch things up.
Absolutely. It was also the mark of the Haven. What agents are they going to bring into the table?
All right, we are going to go into the second match of today. Over to our casters, Chopra and Valdez.
Thank you very much, guys, for breaking it down as we do move into our second match of the night. Team Secret up against T1. This one very contentious there on the desk and also in the predictions. Really does feel like it could go either way, even though Team Secret do have 3 more wins than T1 here so far in VCT Pacific.
Yeah, that's kind of the odd part, right? Is that T1 has constantly shown that they have the pieces that are strong, but some matches it comes together, some matches it doesn't. Now, so far in Stage 2, we've only seen them that one time against Shenji, and while it was a loss, they actually looked maybe more convincing than they ever have. So we'll see. I'm really hoping to see both of them come out swinging as we take a look at the comps here. And okay, so Secret's gonna really dig into the Neon buffs. Meanwhile, T1, some switch-ups again in the form of Saya returning to Duelist now that they're sticking with the Jet for Haven instead of the Raze. And Izu will be pushed to the backline on that Sentinel. They were switching that last week against Shenji.
Yeah, you know, just week by week, match by match. Got to try to mix things up, you know, roster swamps, all that fun stuff, and trying to just make it work here on the stage for them. I'm sure they could taste the victory up against Gen G, but not quite getting there. The Neon here for Jeremy. I mean, this player is pretty incredible individually. I am very excited to see him playing here on Haven on a agent like Neon. So
yeah,
should be very fun to watch this performance from both sides. Side player back on the Jet as you would expect, and looks like we're just about ready to hop on to Haven here for our first map.
Yeah, we'll have to wait to see what things look like for the rest of the maps, even just for the rest of Stage 2, but perhaps it's the idea behind, you know, if it's Raze, we go with Izu, but if it's Jet, Saya is much more comfortable on the Jet, so we kind of play around that strength. Now, I do like that they pick up Cypher, right, kind of predicting that it is a good chance of maybe a Neon coming out, or maybe even just no dive coming out, so that you can really slow them down even further, and trying to get ahead of the meta while they stick with the Jet.
Well, let's see what this first round brings. We do have Recon out and the Neon already out here on long. See Jeremy, gonna lose in the duelist battle. A quick shot from Saya player. And Jesse's gonna spot him, just trying to poke him down with the shock dart, but now he's gonna have his teammate to push ahead. Jesse sitting here in the smoke. Will he expect it? No, Jesse Vass quicker on that one. Izu does trade it back. As T1 try to flood the site. In the corners, 2G, he picks up 2. And Team Secret started off big with a first round pistol win.
Yeah, that smoke continues to plague everyone. It basically became an absolute staple on A side on Haven towards the end of its lifespan. And now that it's returned, maybe teams forgetting how powerful that can be for the defenders as it blocks off 3 angles that you have to check as you're breaking out of it. And sometimes you have someone hiding inside of it as well.
Yeah.
Just like Jesse Vash.
I mean, you see, like, one guy's got to check the door, and they don't check the corner. He tries to flick it over, but 2GE just a couple of quick shots to the head. And so that's a great start here for the side of Team Secret from the defender's side. 2GE kind of in a rough spot, but does do a bit of damage there to Stacks.
Yeah, I like that. He stays on top of the boxes as well. Still uses the Shrouded Step to reposition, but makes sure that he can still have an angle advantage with that Guardian at long range. We should note it's full buys up from, full buy-ups from Team Secret with the Marshall. The smoke's a little telling, so he's going to get ahead of that. Trying to dodge around that alarm bot, hoping that nobody's watching for it.
Now, puts a stop to that business on B. The B business. And here's
business?
Yeah, the bee's nest. The bee's nest. Oh, the new nickname for B. Well, we do have 2G watching this angle as well. Spots a couple there in garage. So now T1 are like, well, how about the bee's nest again?
Maybe we go again. I mean, you really don't have any choices once you've already been spotted, and if it's in mid, you're kind of trapped here on Haven. You got no information.
Might be able to get a plant.
Yeah. Okay, Stash is going to stick the plant. As his teammates drop one by one, he will just secure the extra 300 creds for everyone on the side of T1.
Yeah, feels pretty good. Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, that was a good track.
Yeah. It is the 2-0 to Team Secret, but I mean, some positives in there for T1. Not half bad.
Yeah, I mean, Team Secret, again, everybody bought up, so you did some damage. It's just the Marshall, and Jeremy is racking up a couple points here, especially with the spam down. I mean, gets all 3, puts him very close. Yeah, 2 is ultimate, wants to make sure they upgrade to the Spectre from the Marshall, and they'll even pick up a rifle. Jesse Vash gonna buy it over for Jeremy.
Very interesting. I mean, we did talk about how this guy individually can be crazy, but trying to make a play here for a bonus, they're going to stop them in their tracks at A, and, well, I say it, and Jeremy immediately does lose the duel. Xgear just going to take his head off.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Not quite sure if they actually heard the slide or not because he just got stunned right as he activated it to try to get close, but either way, T1, they're not backing away from the A main fight, which I think is important because the Neon changes the tempo on how fast the defenders can overtake A main and then also continue to shove you out of it, especially when paired with the breach, right? You've got the fault line. You could even save the relay bolt for after. Then you could put up the Omen smoke. I mean, it just doesn't stop. So we see Izu trying to shake up the defense a bit. And Wild Oreo will get spotted as well. So he's going to have to back up And that'll slow things down. Still 40 seconds. I don't think T1's going to mind too much. They're playing this cautiously as it is their bye round.
We'll see how this does go. Very slow and carefully over towards C. Big stack from Team Secret over on A. And now they're just running on in. 30 seconds. And some utility to get in onto the site. Smoke into the back. And that will be Saya player to open it up and say, well, there's nobody here. We could just get that plant down early. Nice and safe.
Yeah, full util for Envy's Breach. See what T1 has prepared in their post-plant position. So far, the spacing quite good. You know, you can't possibly get everybody off of these fault lines. Excurit's going to get ahead of that fault line, trying to hold close. Get some damage down. It's easy. Picks up 2, and Saya for a 3rd. Only Jesse Vash remaining. And they have an inkling.
Yeah, here in Garage, he does get that headshot onto Izu. It's a very small chance for him, and Saya player will headshot him down for his 2nd kill. So T1 deny the bonus, and they get on the board. Nice little play to take out Jeremy early and then rotate over to C.
Yeah, the econ a little bit shaken here. Curious to see if we see Jeremy buy up for Jesse, return the favor a little bit, and then just activate that ultimate. Oh, that's how he got the 2nd kill. The high-low timing not quite right there and on beat for Team Secret's retake. So Killjoy gonna set up, trying to watch for both B and Garage. That way you don't have to spend too much time staring down that path as Neon looking to push forward once again.
See that recon bolt sent forward. Funny angle into A main, and it's not T1 to stick around there. They are actually looking to pressure into Garage. Smoke comes in. Wild Oreo says, well, looks like they're here. Alarm bot comes in, a bit of spam. Wild Oreo getting a bit chipped away at.
Yeah, no way to fully regain control of that, though. The Silva's on the other side, just holding on to A main. So Secret will have to find a different answer to re-clear. That's going to be a 3-man investment on the minimap over by Garage to re-clear it. Now they get the information, so they can start to shift their weight. Jeremy starting to put his back closer to the A site to provide backup since you still have the turret out on B.
Shot goes down. Jesse Vass. Drone as well. Sees one. And that is going to trigger a couple of members, or at least one, to come on over and the smoke.
Yeah, you have relay bolt and the fault line as well. T1 could get stopped.
We'll see if it does happen. Saya player, though, is in onto the site. Jesse in the smoke still, and he is going to poke out, take out Izu. Gives a chance to hold on to this one. Still hanging out in there, and Envy does take out a couple on the back of the site, and now Saya, trying to push in a Wild Oreo, but he is going to take down Excurit, and that is the retake here over to the side of Team Secret.
Yeah, I mean, the hold inside the smoke again from Jesse Vash, that really breaks things apart and causes a bit of a chasm on T1's plans. Sure, they get ahead with their own fault line and catch Jeremy right at the end, so it gives Saya the advantage in that fight. But Jesse Vash just completely distracts T1, and then they get paranoid as well. They're just not sure. They don't want to get caught off guard, so they're holding those positions, but they get picked off one by one. And we realize that Secret, their rotations were a bit quick as well, so T1's going to have to figure out why that happened. When was that re-clear from Garage?
Now it's just a push into B. Saya's going to go through very quickly. Ball line comes in, and, well...
well, he's stuck now with the Hero Vandal.
Yeah, and not going to hit it. Wild Oreo going to win in that 1v1. Now 2G's right there in the Garage. Spike planted once again, but okay, Rossi going to get some help from Excurit. That's a couple kills, but now he's got his back to 2GE. The defuse will come in. 4th round win for Team Secret.
The double slice from the Neon. Jeremy says, whoops, missed that one. Comes right back for it. Won't be the one that picks up the kill, but again, just the distraction that you can be, just the space creation that Neon has now built in. You know, every Neon will have that by default. You just got to get used to your own speed. And again, a big part of the sure, it's an eco from T1, but a big story of this round, once again, is just how quick Team Secret is on their backup, on their calls. So T1 will call the timeout, slow things down a bit, try to regroup, see if the coach has picked up on any of these patterns out from Team Secret.
Yeah, not a bad time to call it. I mean, 4-1 T1 only getting the anti-bonus, right? They pick that one up, and then immediately it just goes back in a favor of Team Secret. And yeah, I mean, it also came from getting that one kill onto Jeremy and then essentially pushing into an open site. So definitely a lot of work to do, I would say, from the side of T1. They haven't looked quite as clean as Team Secret. That one cleanup on A definitely was a big morale booster, I would say, for Team Secret as well, because T1 kind of got in, but immediately got cleaned up as well.
Yeah, see how much they can dig into this, because here's the thing, the backup being fast wasn't even actually because of the Neon yet. So I don't know if T1 really wants to say that that was the cause of it, and that's something they need to keep in mind, because it's mostly just, you know, the Killjoy Utah, the immediate re-clears of these positions that T1 tries to poke and prod at just a bit in the beginning part of the round. Now, see after that timeout, Secret, what's their read on it? It's going to be the Killjoy reposition. It's an oldie but a goodie. Kind of catch them off guard, make sure that they have to be delayed, and then you push out from the C side.
Get out of my way!
Yeah. Standing ahead. I feel like this is going to work out pretty well, but here comes Saya with the Blade Storm. And the slow push towards A long. 3 members. Looks like they are going to have Izu push down.
Oh, and this is going to guarantee the Rolling Thunder as well. Envy only 1 point away from it. He'll get that over on C main. They already heard all the util on A. You're just going to buy time as much as possible with the Nanoswarm, with the turret.
Shadows traveling.
As long as everybody on Secret stays alive, this retake could be deadly against T1.
Yeah. See, just got that Rolling Thunder you were talking about. Jesse Vash, some spam through. Get some return fire. Has the turrets there. You got the drone. Lots of information. The plant will come down. Jesse is taking a bunch of damage up here, up in the tower. And just trying to clear out a bit with the shock darts. But here comes Envy. First he's going to throw after shock and a help, push him out into the Rolling Thunder, and everybody is going to get hit by that here for the retake.
Oh, and Jeremy jumps out, gets all the scouting, then slides right back into hell. Won't get all the kills though. Envy still hasn't made it through, and Excura will land the shot, knows that there's no way for him to go for a safe drop. Peeks out right on the end of that utility. And Secret, I mean, the Rolling Thunder was good. The initial util was good, but the speed of the follow-up after it, a little rough. We've seen, you know, that kind of retake work very well with the Jet, but watch here. Jeremy will try to get some spotting, but the fast lane actually blocks up some of the angles. They're not quite catching Izu. Spends a lot of time taking out stacks right below, and Izu is able to hold strong as that first line of defense.
Yeah, Izu just getting ahead of it and holding down the fort for the team as everybody tries to flood the site. And now Saya is just running into the garage, going to take that over. Running straight into multiple members as Wild Oreo gets one. But Excurt is in the back now, and he's going to take a couple. But here we go. The overdrive comes in. Jeremy picks up the first kill. Now the Hunter's Fury coming out as well. Jeremy's still trying to pressure, but another plant comes down from T1.
This overdrive is so fast now. How do you win against it? Okay, if you have 2 people, you distract him. Really spread apart his crosshairs there, and that's how you win. Make it a 2v1, make it unfair. And now Jesse Vash, I mean, you only got 150 credits. They have a Rolling Thunder as well, perhaps trying to hope that you can draw out the ultimate. That would be maybe something worth fighting for. But the round surely lost.
Trying to push into them, and that immediately gets shut down as well. So T1 rallying back after their timeouts, getting a couple of big rounds in a row. Izu picking up 3 kills the last time, and then this time around just trying to pressure. See that Rossi here is able to set up a couple of kills. Izu gets one of those as well. Rossi gets a second here.
Nice, guys.
And gets a big nice from his teammate. Excurate there. And so T1 able to come back a bit here.
Yeah, and the Outlaw as well to try to snowball and recover that economy. You know, much Saya loves his scopes. Oh, he's going to get the first kill onto it. Some extra damage as well sprinkled through.
Yeah, it's going to feel very nice. Early value from your eco round, essentially.
Yeah, that's the breach taken down as well, so it takes away a lot of that execute power. I mean, it's one of the reasons why Envy can kind of just hold blind, right? When the first piece of util comes out, the fault line goes in. There's really no way for T1 to fight against that right now. until they draw that out. They have to try to force it into a cooldown. They're not finding an opportunity.
Rossi's going to clear out mid with this drone. Says, okay, well, nobody's here, so going to send a smoke in towards B, but you see they're kind of split up at this point. The spike over towards C. And Saya to check it. He will be spotted, gets the drone out, and shuts that down. And the slow push in towards B. Just a couple of guys, 2GE the first one to spot him, but Izu, nice little headshot, but the fault line is massive. Saya is going to follow up with that outlaw shot of his own. And now Jeremy's going to get his own Bulldog. Oh, there it is. The headshot comes in, and Rossi gets his own to trade it back. And this is kind of a close round with them low
10 seconds left.
on firepower. And here comes the lockdown as well, but Saya trying to push it, takes his head off. Does Wild Oreo, and now Rossi has to evacuate the site.
He does have Hunter's Fury, but he needs to position himself well. He wants to try to get the first kill so he doesn't get pushed in.
Standing ahead.
They're defusing.
Yeah, Recon to try to force him off of it, but they're still sticking to half.
Stick to half, that's a good shot from Rossi, and it's Jesse Vash with the Bulldog to shut him down. Team Secret gonna move ahead to 5-3 with a Thrifty.
Wow, I mean, some nasty shots here. Obviously, the initial one from Envy, it's just a good setup off of that fault line. It's at the cost of his teammates. I believe 2GE going down on that one, but either way, you knew that you were set up for success on the initial hit. But that Wild Oreo with a great peek off of the lockdown right here. Oh, just crisp. That gives the opening. I mean, Rossi, you could argue like, hey, he has Hunter's Fury, but you also just don't want one of them pushing you as you're trying to channel that. So I think he's trying to get rid of that extra card. But Team Secret's ahead of it. He actually just hold the half.
Yeah, it's a huge round for them. And now a big push once again from the side of T1, who do have mostly big buys here. And still a couple of big ultimates. And they haven't even used the Rolling Thunder on this push. They essentially just get in onto C, and the spike is already planted.
That's a quick one now. Got to hold on to that post plant. It hasn't always been clean here for T1, and it's off to a rough start.
And Excurid, he can't help on the defense. When the fault line comes in, he's going to throw in a smoke and just hide in it and hope. Fast lane comes in, Izu gets a kill. They're trying to defuse, but he has snuck his way out with the Stinger. He does get one, but it's already defused to half.
They bought some time with the Rolling Thunder. They're trying to defuse off of the flash, trying to mask the noise, and he's hit it from the angle, and it's already done. Oh, that's a rough one. I mean, it's tough to do that once the half is done anyway, but the flash point as well to try to mask the sound just a bit. Secret just pulling out all the stops to make sure they keep the lead here on the defending half of Haven.
Absolutely, that was a big one. I mean, they're trying to push in. Jeremy just, the operator, gets that first kill. Look at this. Ooh, clean. Saya's gone. He lines up another in garage. Obviously, there was all the shenanigans around the defuse as well. And they're able to pull that one together. And remember, T1 already took a timeout. This attacker side not looking super clean, even though they did get those 2 wins after the timeout.
Yeah, I mean, T1, the initial conditioning that Secret had and the Neon pushing out has really slowed down the tempo of T1. And the thing with the Cypher is on any map, quite frankly, at the end of the day, the only way for you to really get hard value on the lurk is to win a duel, right? I mean, with the Killjoy, you can start to inch forward with things. You know, with the turret, you can disrupt some setups with the Nano Swarm, but as a Cypher, you simply have to dig deep and create a little bit of space with your own weaponry. It hasn't really favored T1. This time they will have Izu planted all the way forward, so he's ready to go for a pinch wherever it may be needed, or at least cut off the early backup. This is a good way to battle out the potential early rotates.
A lot used there to clear into garage, and now just trying to push through with the paranoia, and Saya is in onto the site. Another fast push, but 2GE gets the kill. And that one was clean. Looks like the smoke was up. Another plant will come in from the side of Stacks. Has been consistent about that, but the post plants have been all Team Secret.
Yeah, and Izu's position is a little bit rough, just because surely Secret should be checking for this. Now they have extra members there just to try to distract Secret's retake. Meanwhile, the main force is already at the site. 1-for-1 trade. Stacks going for another for T1. Rossi still alive with 3 kills. Goes for a 4th and secures the round for T1.
Well, sometimes you just have one guy that's unaccounted for and wins all the duels. Rossi, insane stuff there. Just going one by one, hitting onto the heads. Starts off here, corner, challenges him.
Yeah, I mean, just positions himself way out on the far side.
I am nice. Yo, sit down.
It was nice. I mean, no doubt about that. That round, Rossi makes it clean, works off of the distractions of his teammates. You know, kind of, we heard a wave of murmurs out in the crowd as well with Rossi's nice ending to the round. See if that's enough to make it a 6-6, which is what they would want here on the attacking side of Haven.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, not going to charge a site once again just yet. They have Saya actually on an operator this time around, so he's going to look to hold this angle. And then maybe slowly do make this push on to C.
Trying to also not give way to that early rolling thunder as well. So once they're close, they're still holding just in case there's a reaction. They don't see it. Not quite the shots he was fishing for with the Sheriff.
Big shots from Rossi, man. He's feeling it now.
Found them.
That's a couple where it's through smoke. It's not a lot of information, and he just taps away.
Now he's hidden here because even if he dies, he's going to have Hunter's Fury, but he's just going to get another kill trying to stabilize.
Here.
You saw his reaction.
Wasn't the ending to the round he was looking for. A bit messier than the previous kills, but that should be a clean setup. All set up for that C long hold. And T1 one round away, getting close to a couple very big ultimates. Hunter's Fury now online. But of course, Team Secret, they've already been backing a couple of those up.
See, nice spray to start it off, and then this first one is good, but then just the movement, a little bit unpredictable there from Envy, and eventually he's able to see, and he hits a quick shot.
He went from I'm nice to I was so bad. The duality of Rossi. I mean, it was still a good round from him.
We're so back into it's so over immediately.
Oh, wow. Early investment on Hunter's Fury as well. Just trying to eliminate a big part of the map. C entirely taken over by Secret.
Yeah, they say no more C. You're too good at that. We're done with this, okay? It's done. Last round, no more.
Well, they funneled them into the A site, but is the retake ready? The last time the set play didn't quite work out. Ooh, no trades.
I mean, 3 guys stacked in a row. Too many targets. Now the Hunter's Fury on the other side. Rossi accurate with that as well. He gets 2 Hunter's Fury kills. There's maybe a bit of stacking from the side of Team Secret. And here's Izu. They just have no idea. He's coming in from behind the spike diffuser. Goes down as Rossi, another headshot. Saya gonna steal the ace away. They don't care. It's 6-6. T1. A massive surge back to tie things up.
Yeah, started at 4-1 after losing the pistol as well. So it's a good recovery, but we should note that it is a recovery. Starting on the attacking side of Haven, where you're looking to gain some momentum. Maybe gave a bit too much respect to the Neon. And we'll see if they can now hold off against the speed of the Neon and Team Secret. And this is the map that Team Secret infamously took DRX to the A site every single round of their attack.
I think I was actually casting that as well.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. That was just a really crazy map.
Yeah.
Love from Ireland, T1 fight team.
We have a lot of global fans today. I love it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Out here, lots of fans for some of the T1 players.
Yeah.
Our fan on the left has a final tomorrow. They're here cheering on T1.
Hopefully it's a Valorant final.
Oh, well then it wouldn't be so
Studying
bad.
Valorant, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, those were just straight up lined up against Heaven. Dude, how does he get this third one blind, man?
3 gone.
Oh, Rossi, the silver they needed.
Up at 15 already here at the half. still an opportunity to get our third 30K of the day.
Wow, yeah, wow.
We've already had 2, and there's only been 2 maps.
Incredible.
So
quite incredible.
Yeah, when Elmimore into Xfaro, and now maybe Rossi. I mean, if it does go to 12-12 and he gets the same pace, he'll get it. But 12-12 means another overtime. That would also be 3 overtimes on the day.
Yes, yeah, that would also be ridiculous. Now, we are seeing that kind of crafty little tripwire. I don't think it's going to have a huge success rate against the Neon, but we'll have to wait and see.
1 tap into Izu.
Camera taken out.
He's skirting around it.
Ooh.
Oh, he's just trying to pretend. He's just waiting for someone to trip it, and none of them are hitting it. They finally find it. The tripwire is gone. And Izu will not find the opportunity he was looking for.
Yeah, look at that. The shock dart comes over. It doesn't get any value as the plan is not there. The relay bolt to buy some time. Jeremy now following up on the aftershock.
Shadows.
And here comes the push now. Saya goes in the paranoia, but it's kind of just spam. Jeremy stays alive in the corner. And now he wants to get in there. Jesse bashed a couple of kills of his own, and now there's only 2 guys that have to push straight into Jeremy, who is tucked into this corner. And this is not really going to happen. Stax goes down, and Excurate all alone up in the tower. Jeremy just sliding on by. There's 1 kill, 2 to the side of Excurate, but it is 3 to Jeremy, and that will be the pistol going the way of Team Secret once again.
Yeah, Excurate definitely much more on point for his individual mechanics today. Not sure if there's maybe some changes in their comms as well. Obviously, Excurate's been taking on the mantle of primary IGL, but you have to imagine that as Stax continues to spend more time on this roster, that he's providing more value as it goes as well for some of that mid-rounding assistance.
Enemy down.
Oh, nice follow-up there from Jesse.
Just a chuckle.
Yeah.
from
pretty good.
Yeah, from Uncle Jesse.
Cover going out.
Excurate will invest into that Sheriff. On top of the Marshal for Saya. I mean, the Marshal, it's a given. But for Saya at least. But the Sheriff, I mean, yeah, you're still at 1,500. If you get a kill, you definitely even out.
Yeah, we'll see if he can do that. As he's going to be going up against 3 Bulldogs, a couple Spectres, and mostly full armor. That is the drone to go down. Saya holds it, and
wow! Still,
yeah, I mean, he hit him.
Can't believe he stuck around for that.
And they're like, okay, well, Saya's over there. Let's go the other way.
Cover going out.
Yeah, I mean, you know it's the eco, so why push through the buy, the 1 buy?
Yeah. Well, they're on the site, but now trying to flood it is T1, and that's a couple of pistol kills already. It's going so heavily in their favor. 2G, he's on 21 health. This is not looking good for him. 1 tap will do it, and the Marshal gets it done. And a thrifty for T1.
Oh, I mean, so yes, you don't want to go necessarily towards the Marshal. Sure, I get that, but the fact that you're still not clearing carefully, because you also have to imagine that Saya was pushed out very far forward. So the initial stack had to have been on the other side.
Nice, guys!
And I think they were imagining that, you put some pressure onto A, so surely they've been disrupted. But Secret, you weren't as fast as you thought you were. And now this is looking rough. T1 picking up the Outlaw to really, really hammer the point home.
And we'll see if they can do exactly that. It's only 1 Sheriff here for Jesse Bash. We have 1 Ghost for 2GE, and that is it. Nobody else has any money for anything else. And Excurate here with the Phantom, going to make quick work of that. And he is being pushed, though, so Wild Oreo is going to shut him down with a classic, but Stack's just waiting, kind of looking away, trying to get away from the flash, but now just on the site, Saya player close with the Outlaw. And an upgrade here for 2GE, and all of a sudden, Team Secret have a chance.
Yeah, Bulldogs picked up, drone as well. Good spot at the very minimum side. Now you see the recon coming out as well. You know it's both people here in C-Link. Smoke plus the recon. So much time bought for Secret.
Yeah, this smoke is doing wonders. I mean, as Saya player as well, it's like, well, I don't want to poke my head out here with an Outlaw.
Oh, and they're going to close the gap to really deny the Outlaw any power.
Wow.
Repositioning is great. And Thrifty's back-to-back. Today is surely a day of Valorant. It is one of the days of Valorant.
One of the days of all time. And yeah, back-to-back Thrifties. We had a Thrifty earlier on as well. Wild Oreo just lines it up. Smoke doesn't help, and he just TPs in behind him.
Yeah, I mean, Team Secret just never let the foot off the pedal on this one. Just kept finding ways to get behind T1. T1 now back to a bit of a broken purchase here, but a 5-stack. That's how you overcome the weapon disadvantage. You just have more weapons.
How about back-to-back-to-back Thrifties?
Oh, boy.
I'm down for it.
Well, the 2 Vandals on T1 should try to stabilize things a bit.
Yeah.
But Jesse Vash is going to get the hunters here if he gets the plant here. So once the plant goes down, T1's chances diminish greatly.
Yeah, they absolutely do. We do have Rossi back over here at A after that initial stack. A couple guys poking out of B as well. Looks like Wild Orio's shot. Something, but now just really bold, and the follow-up coming in pretty slowly. I mean, they're going to send in the drone first just to make 100% sure that they're not getting thrifty.
Yeah.
And here we go.
They haven't cleared the smoke yet.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Wild Oreo, that's one. And Stacks, he gets a kill, but immediately Envy to flood the site. He picks up 2 headshots.
30 seconds left.
Player here. Ooh. Gonna be forced to shoot that thing. Alarm bot.
Spike planted.
Yizu, I mean, at this point, you're kind of just hoping that Yizu can get a pick. It's the only real shot you have to open things up. It's just dry peaks on both sides of the site.
And he's waiting for this. And not expecting him to close, but still able to line it up. GG gets that job done. And knowing it's a Marshall, no real reason to peek into this. With the spike planted. And Sion player not going to hit it. 2G does take him down. So Team Secret, they do get a normal round of Valorant mostly as they get onto the A side.
Yeah, slow and steady does the job for Secret. Even though you have the Neon, you don't have to go at full speed every time. Rossi does his best to sneak right back into the smoke, get the first kill, but Wild Oreo's pinches on these executes have been very good. His timing is right on point of what Secret's looking for. He's always there for the trade or the pinch, the crossfire, as that Killjoy. And something else that we're noticing is that they're not really setting up for deep lurks, right? It's always 5-man and then reposition for the post plant. Something, again, that they've done in the past on Haven. This is a crazy angle to be holding with the op. Oh, boy.
They have a couple of guys taking this, but he still gets a kill. Maybe hoping for a bit more value. It's now the Hunter's Fury.
Right here.
Coming out, Jesse Vash. Ooh, kind of close there on a Izu, but not quite. So a trade out. And now Team Secret have to rethink how they're going to push into this one. It is just Wild Oreo sneaking into Garage.
Oh, he might actually sneak past the cam as well. Okay, he's watching it. But breaking that cam with still a minute left is going to make T1's defenses weaker, as now, by logic, they would want to check for C.
Wow.
Oh, okay. And they re-clear A short. I mean, this is good from T1. They're doing whatever they can to try to make sure they're even in numbers and even catches the lurk.
Look at this. Rossi pushes them, takes them both down as they're trying to set up a push. Rossi coming up big again. He is nice, isn't he?
He is nice. We're so back. Oh, man. I mean, we've been seeing this a lot in Pacific, which I'm very glad that we're seeing is that, okay, you lose some numbers, you see some pressure on the other side, rather than like all rushing to clear that side, you start to push out from the side you're already holding to then make an educated guess on, do we rotate, right? Do we continue to hold, things like that? The re-clear logic and the flow chart has gotten a lot cleaner for a lot of the teams in Pacific here in Stage 2.
That's nice developments to see. And now a lot more utility and a lot faster of a push, as now we got the overdrive, but there's 2 angles looking at this, and they're so set up for it. Stacks also carrying his weight in a big way. And it's pretty much a flawless round. Only Stacks goes down. T1, they really are so bad. 9-9, very close map so far.
And all the ults online. Surely this calls for a timeout. Over from Team Secret. The answer to the Neon ultimate, the overdrive, well, just make it a 2v1. I love the...
Really low, 1 HP, guys. Hey, short! Nice!
Okay. The comms are good. You know, there were some players that we saw, some of the Korean players that have now kind of spread out their wings onto other teams this year, where, there's some questions about, okay, how are the comms? Some teams have mentioned they're still working through it. Some teams are okay with it. And Stacks, they said they have to still slot him into the system, but the language seems to be just fine.
Yeah, language is just fine.
I mean, he's been to so many internationals in the past as well, always, taking the time to interact with foreign fans, foreign interviews, all the other players as well. So great to see that he's slotting in more and more.
A lot of discussion on the T1 side as well, a little smirk as well. I don't know what was being discussed there, but Rossi was making a point. That's about all we could tell.
We'll see. Well, what's that information?
He's on 22.
Oh, he's getting there. It's got a little ways, but he could make it happen.
Is it even impressive if we get, we've already had 2 guys get 30, like, come on.
Yeah, isn't 30 the norm now?
Yeah. And it seems so common, like.
Oh, boy. The precedent set by RRQ today.
Yeah. It was funny, too. Elmi Moore obviously getting the headshot win for a guessing game. That was, it just makes sense sometimes. Some things today. And Team Secret now taking it a bit slow.
Yeah, seeing if T1's going to push out to re-clear anything, but they have that operator in the hands of Saya. Planted in A main. I mean, this is just a classic setup of Haven. Welcome back to Haven, everybody. Op in A main. And just spread out across B and C. Still got trips on A short as well. Makes the A hold even safer for the Jet.
There.
And look at this angle being held by Izu, just camping out. Has his eye on the cam in case anything comes in through mid. Just a drone.
Yeah, just the drone. Saw some pings going down here in the garage window.
Yeah, I mean, Secret does not have as much space as they think they do because this is all calculated from T1.
Oh boy. They're running straight into Izu's crossfire. And, the paranoia was set the fault line, but this is held. Envy, nice headshot though. Trying to open it up pretty organically from the garage. But now Excurate here in the corner. The recon bolt's not going to catch him. And Excurate only gets the one, though. Jesse Vash and Envy get a couple, and the plant does come down onto C.
Wow, in the nick of time. From the shadows from 2GE, really stopping the rotates from T1. Creates an opening for Team Secret. Now still spread out apart a little bit, but the fact that they hold on to C-Link with 2GE being there, there's a lot of extra space for Secret in this post plant.
Is Saya going to check this?
It's so tough, but if you're going to go for it, I mean, surely you have to check it. A little far forward.
Yeah. Rossi, he's been incredible, but I think there's just not enough time. Team Secret playing it slow as well. And eventually, yeah, he's just going to be gunned down. Envy picking up 3 on the round. Team Secret takes the lead after their timeout.
Well, good timeout. It looked a little dicey because I do think T1 had a very solid setup. I mean, again, all the space given to Secret was very well calculated. But after the reposition, their backup was still cut off just a bit. They weren't quite sure if the commitment was there, and T1's caution gave that opening for Envy to start to break apart the site with a couple frags.
Here.
With Jeremy with the attack operator on that Neon. I mean, he's really done everything he possibly can this year to shake off the doubt that some of us, including myself, had on how confident is he to continue picking up operators, to really be that primary duelist. And he's saying he is right there. He's committed to this role. If if he can even open up the round for them, that'd be even better.
Yeah. See, Rossi doesn't look like he wants to peek that angle. And a good idea for him. Saya having his own operator here once again. Izu wants to push through garage, but Wild Oreo just going to evacuate as that does come through.
Secret might have evacuated with the assumption that that smoke is going to be followed up by a re-clear. And if that is the case, they should be working with the assumption that they have no control over the C site and T1 has all the information. I'm wondering if we're going to see that in the post plant as they do go for a hit onto B. No eyes yet onto the C side. Everybody focus on A link.
Now we'll see how this one goes as the lineup here looking pretty good. The plant is going to come down. Fault line as they do try to challenge this early. Xgrid does get one. There's two. Lines up for three. And not able to make it four. Envy does pick up the spike, wants to get this planted, wants to give them a chance, but Rossi has the flank. Comes all the way from A and takes them down.
Great hold from T1. Again, the re-clear on Garage is what makes this happen. You know that there's no chance that it's C. You have Garage, you're still watching C main with util. And then you say, well, A main, we are still looking for information. I haven't seen anything just yet. That forces it. I love the paranoia, forces a stop on the plant. X-Curate, not only does he stop the plant, he gets 3 kills to his name, and that's all the time that Rossi needed to close out the round.
Feeling the pressure, but he did execute under the pressure. And now, ooh, nice little peek there from Jeremy. Saya not want to back down from a challenge, and he goes for it, takes out Jeremy from midair. And they're trying to come in really quickly here onto the B side, but here's 2G up top as well, gonna get a stinger kill. Meanwhile, Saya player in the smoke will get a couple, also able to pick up a Guardian and to get a kill for himself there. So now it's only Wild Oreo. He does pick up one, but that is another round in the hands of T1.
There's too many people in this site. We have no idea who's getting the kills because there's just a bunch of them. It's a party. I'm impressed that Saya still stays alive, gets a kill with a shorty, still swaps out with a Guardian. I mean, created so much time and space with Excurate supporting from C-Link. And T1 seems to have finally stabilized a bit, right? Regardless of round win or loss, overall, their confidence, their movement seems to be coming right back up to match Team Secret as they take the lead.
Nice.
For the first time, I believe, as well.
Saying up, down, up, down.
He's like keeping his eye on the screen. He's like, the fist bump is not what matters right now.
Well, this is a huge round for Team Secret. They really need this one, otherwise T1 almost definitely running away with this map.
Secret. They have 2 big ultimates as well. Not ones with clear counters from T1 just yet.
I think I was reading Rossi calling for the smoke there. Oh, Saya. Just clean with it.
Then he just backs up, and then the re-clear from A main to make sure it's not a pinch with the drone. You still have trips over by A. Saya's holding a safer angle. I mean, T1 is playing absolute textbook movement in this round. It's clear for the low trips against the Neon. There's still another one, though.
Oh, Isu tries to push through that. Jeremy's going to put a quick end to that, and now the Neon's in onto the side, and there's not much you can do. Going to clear it out as now Rossi pushes them, takes out 2, and gives them a huge chance now. But the spike is planted, and they're cutting them off with that lockdown.
Yeah.
So to be able to get into the back of the
30
spawn.
seconds left.
Buying time. Okay, you're just going to have to stay outside of it. Not sure if that was in range for Wild Oreo to hear it, but either way, Wild Oreo just has all control on the middle part of this map. Turret and Nano Swarm. Turret has to be cleared. Nano Swarm activated. Turret's going to get ahead of it, though.
That he
a bit of a
does.
curveball.
And now they're just trying to rotate in together, but we do have Excurate just approaching that spike, and now trying to get into Garage. Jesse taking a lot of damage, but he lives with 1 health, gets the kill. Rossi, a 3rd. And he's going to tap it. Rossi, once again, up against Wild Oreo. He wins the duel, and he wins the round again for T1.
Secret overthinking things a bit.
Good thing I was with
Once
you.
they realize that smoke allows T1 to get into the site for free, they think about regrouping and wrapping all the way around it, but the initial tap, because they didn't account for Xcure to get ahead of the Nanoswarm, the initial tap's just too fast. Makes them panic a bit and turn around. But Rossi makes everything happen. That's the story of this round. Digs into the cracks on A side, and what an incredible 1v1, 1v2 clutch at the end, bringing them to map point. They didn't have the lead until 2 rounds ago, and now T1 looking to close it out.
Like I said before, you know, that was critical round for Team Secret. They don't have an economy.
Yes.
But they are going to take their time out because, well, you might as well see if they can piece something together here and get a miracle 23rd round, force number 24. But yeah, T1 are in control at this point in time. So very curious to see what Team Secret have planned to try to pull this one back.
Yeah, the Cypher util has been a thorn in their side. They can't, they can't confidently rush as much as they would normally like, because that's something you want to at least throw out every now and then, sprinkle it in to your playbook.
29.
Oh, man.
Remember Xpharaoh was on 29 and he got 1 kill
to
hit 30.
We might be onto something today. See if Rossi can make the big 3-0 happen. Big ultimates on the side of Team Secret, but Rossi's got his Hunter's Fury as well. And again, the A site, they're actually just going to leave C site open. They say if you use your util to get into C, so be it. Retake it with the Hunter's Fury.
Yeah. Do see that Team Secret at least able to piece together what they can. They've got 3 main rifles, but also a Guardian, a Bulldog. Only 1 full armor.
Just a whole mixed bag. Now, the initial smoke outside of A lobby from T1 plants the idea that the op might be in A once again for Secret, so they're trying to clear close with the drone. That's a lot of util already used on the A side. The smoke going up again, trying to make them think the op is on that side. But little do they know. Oh, man! I mean, right past the shock dart. Oh, what a flick. Only a few players would be crazy enough to do that, and Sai is absolutely one of them.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them. Oh boy, Xcure, he's totally fine up here, up on the box. Doesn't get hit. The aftershock as well is going to kill him, actually. Stax gets the kill, though, onto 2GE. Still looking good here for T1. The Rolling Thunder, of course, will be committed to, but Isu gets the kill, and he picks up 2. T1 will get the first map of Haven.
Great recovery from T1. You love to see them stabilize a bit. Stax making sure to give the encouragement and energy to everyone. Xcure very happy about how things turned out. He had a rough week 1 on stage 2, but T1 is here to play, and Secret is going to have to show a bit more because they just lost their map pick of Haven.
T1 gang says that sign. Anyway, guys, we're done here on the cast. Let's throw it back to the analyst desk to break down Haven.